Hi folks, I've put the camera at an angle to the board. It's quite a big board. It's 18 inches by 12 inch. There's my palette. I'm using the large Masterson palette. I can't show you the mixing. Somebody left a comment on YouTube about my hairdryer being rather loud. Well, it is if I don't get it right. But this video was made probably 8 years ago. Or I'm just going to try to get this. Oh, is it worth it? Anyway, so I'm going to do not one that they complained. They didn't really complain, but it just seemed rather ironic that they should wait 8 years before logging onto it and then complaining about it. Very strange. Anyway, I'm still saving up for a decent camera. Well, not a decent camera. This is a good little camera. It's a Canon. What is it? Canon Legria FS 306. A very nice. My daughter gave it to me years ago, and it made a lot of difference from using a £5 webcam, which worked actually, but it wasn't very good. And the one I bought subsequently got more complaints than anything. It was a Logitech, and I didn't really know how to sort the resolution out on it. It was a pity because it was a good one. Anyway, enough of me yakking. Now I'm going to use, if I can find that damn thing, a 2 inch or 1.5 inch brush. I used it earlier for priming this board. Well, I've got one here. I've got an 1.5 inch one. I just put it all over there. That's daft, isn't it? This is a nylon one. I was asked about what my two inch brushes were on a recent video. It's just what I've got at hand, really. I don't choose one over the other. If I want a 2.5 inch brush, there it is. That's a nylon, but I've got a better one, which I was using. I don't know where it's gone. Of course, that's a mess. I'm just running out of space. I've got quite a large room, but I've been painting it for 35 years. Well, it's been a wonderful thing to have. The house is really too big for us now. But, well, I can't find it. I can find that one. But no, it was, had red bristles or raw sienna, burnt sienna. It'll turn up when I start. So I'll use this one. I primed both sides of this. I didn't need to do that, but I primed the wrong side first. So this is, that's upside down. That's the one. That's the size. Now if you've got one of these easels, these radial easels, right, okay. So it looks like the Norfolk. I'll draw something, I think, on the board. If I can find something to draw with. Oh, there we go. So fairly low horizon. Bit of undulation in the background. Norfolk is mostly flat with lovely lakes resulting from a lot of drainage by the Dutch Huguenots who settled, escaping persecution. The way our immigration's going, us natives would be looking for rescue. Bluetooth wireless headphones. Anyway, they drained this marshland, and they put water mills in, windmills, to drain and to grind corn. But none are working now. But it's a very beautiful area in Norfolk, especially around the lakes, or the Broads as we say. But I'm thinking of looking towards Cromer from the land side, because the Cromer, or North Norfolk in the Wash, is the highest point of East Anglia, like Essex and Suffolk, parts of Suffolk, and the wonderful Norfolk Broads. So I'm just going to make one up and see how we go. I'm using acrylic and my pot. Oh dear, it's too far away. Oh shit! Here it is. It's a 2-inch brush. I won't use it. I'll use this one. But this is a 2-inch nylon that I was looking for, and it's on my water pot. Right, let's mix a bit of white and a bit of blue. Just get something on. Now, by this particular MDF, it's a 2mm. Lovely stuff to paint on. One side is softer than the other side, so you just need to just prime it. You don't need to do anything else with it. Okay, let's get a bit of let's clean the brush. Oh, I'll clean it. I will get back to some watercolours in due course, but I'm into the mixed media, with the oil and acrylic painting at the moment. But somebody told me that they unsubscribed because I wasn't doing any watercolours at that particular time. I thought it was a bit daft. I don't gain anything or lose anything by subscription other than a bit of publicity on YouTube. So it seemed rather a pointless exercise. Probably just making a point. Right, now then, let's get a bit of cad red and a bit of yellow ochre, a bit of red. Now we just sort of blend this very softly. Do a sort of a Norfolk cloud with a sort of lowering menace. Oh, I don't know. We're just punning it in at the moment. Great Norfolk painter was Edward Seago. I think he died in 1972. I'm not sure. I can't remember. But I've got a couple of books on Seago by Ron Ranson, and I'm sure you all know. I've got a bit of Payne's grey, a bit of red, a bit of white. I'll show you my palette in a minute. Have a bit of shadow in the cloud. I want a light horizon. Let's move my screen, visual screen. Yeah, I'm looking out for a decent Canon that is not over expensive. I know that no such thing, but I was looking at the Panasonic camcorders 770, but they're over 400 quid, 450 pounds. Oh, I don't really want to pay that much. I've got the money, but in my PayPal account for my artistic endeavours, but I've been saving it, but I think it'd be a bit of a waste of money. I'm only sitting in front of a board and, well, and as you know, I sometimes go into a bit of abstraction. It really just, so when you get a bit fed up with what you're doing, just change the style. Have a go at it. It's good fun, and you're enjoying your painting, enjoying just the process of painting. We're going to try and dramatise that. More of that grey and a bit of blue. You can prime the MDF with a colour, but I don't, because the colour there's already a colour in that sort of beige background. I put quite a lot of paint on the palette, especially the white, because I was using up a pot. Look, I've got a new one here. I'll show you. I love using it. Galleria, Winsor Newton. There we are. Titanium white, if I move my finger. Galleria. It's a 200. Oh, it's a 500ml. So it's half a litre, about a pint in there. Half a litre of lovely titanium white. Okay, that's something. Let's brighten that blue up. That's a cloud colour. Seems quite rough there. I'll leave that in a minute. I just want to put a bit of impasto in here. Plenty of light cloud, bit of ochre. Now I'm not using any medium, just water. I'm going to go up and I'm going to bring that blue back. wear the brush out. Just mix a little bit of that cloud into that blue. Alright, now we can put some impasto on that. I'm going to just put that in the drink and use a fairly large 3/4 inch brush. We'll get a bit of blue, a bit of red, a bit of white, a bit of yellow. To mix a nice bluish colour. Great thing about acrylic is that it dries very quickly, so you can crack on with it. So we'll say looking towards the wash. Oh, the wrong bit. Get that bit of white back. Then I okay, we'll go back to that. I'm going to put some trees in now. Shake your brush because when you put it in water, it will seep into the ferrule and run down your hands. I think I'm going to use a bit of vet gel. It's gone dry, so ooh, sorry. I hit the screen with my headphones. I like to listen to the radio while I'm let's just straighten up a bit. Okay, that's a bit better. Alright, this is the vet gel. Look, it goes plastic. Eventually it will harden and then you scrape it off a bit easier. You can use, if you're interested in acrylic painting, you can't really tell the difference when it's dry from oil. But if you like the idea of it, you can buy an extender which will keep it open for longer. You put it on, just keep it pliable for a while. You can use lubricating, a tube of lubrication, which is acrylic. These are all acrylic, but the vet gel itself, that's acrylic, and I bought a half a gallon of it, or probably, I don't know, what does it say on the tin? 2.5 litres. Okay, well that's half a gallon, isn't it? There you are. I'll show you this. But if you're just painting occasional pictures, you don't need anything like this. AgriHealth. You just want a tube of retarder, but lubrication. It's lubrication. You find it in supermarkets. It's very cheap, and it will last if you don't use it very much. But I'll just clean my brush here. Right, now the bristles are getting a bit untidy in that brush, so I just brushing it with this brush, this lovely brush. Right. Getting all these tips, couldn't do that with oil very easily because you muck all your brushes up. Right, now where's my, oh there we are, there's my brush. Now I'm making my greens, not entirely, from red, blue and yellow. Or you can mix Payne's grey with your yellow. This is ordinary yellow, I wish it was pale, but oh yes, this is pale. Yeah, it's the same stuff, same yellow. Cadmium yellow pale. Oh dear. That is oil paint. Oh, they don't mix. So I don't think they can. You can paint in oil over acrylic, but you can't paint acrylic over an oil because it won't stick. Right, let's see, right. I've got a big tube of this colour, but I don't know where it's gone. I'll have to find it, hold on, because there's quite a lot of acrylic in it. I was given all these paints, a lot of these paints. Oh, there we are. Daily Rowney System 3, ultra thick cadmium yellow hue. Most of the paints you buy these days are non-toxic. They wouldn't be allowed. They'd be sued. That's why you can't get the Masters lead white, which is quite deadly. Right, here we go. It's ultra thick. Bung a chunk out. Now my carpet's risen up over the edge of my mat. Right. Okay. So let's get a bit of yellow, a bit of red, and mix your green. It's lovely to make these dark greens. Now this green, mixed just from the 3 primaries. Try to leave a bit of air in the things. A bit hard with thick paints, but you want the shadow of these trees to be on the level, because then you can counter change or contrast your light grasses. I like painting these meadows. More yellow, more blue. See, yellow and blue make green. And red, but you can adjust it. It's been very cold in the UK the last couple of days, but it's about 8 or 9 degrees centigrade. So I did a little ride on my bike this morning. But parts of the UK have been covered in snow. But it's all sort of disappearing now. It's a bit unseasonal. I mean, it is winter coming up, but we don't expect that sort of temperature at the beginning of December. I'm not in a rush to do this one, but I try not to do them in two parts, because if I stop, the camcorder starts another video. Okay, let's just get that in there. Straighten up a bit, because I've got to put some so it's a lovely surface to work on, this 2mm MDF. It's glorious. And you don't have to rub it down. That's the great thing about it. Now we can put a bit, oh, I quite like that. That's yellow shine, so let's have a bit more yellow, touch of red. Oh, just to highlight a bit. Make it look as if there's a lot of trees by adjusting the colour. Right, okay. Clean that brush. It's a lovely brush. It's a Data Rowney. Now I'm thinking of putting a large tree in over here somewhere. Why not? So let's do it. I thought about it, so let's. Oh, here we go. When I started all this painting art many years ago, my ambition was to paint, or to learn to paint trees, skies and water. And that's what I do. I had a year painting Venice paintings for a really good gallery in Oxford, but sadly it closed. Every gallery I've ever exhibited has gone bust, or shut down. I will add a bit of filigree in that. So let's just come down for a bit darker at the base. Well, I'm really enjoying this. Just get a bit of shadow in there. Okay, now we can do a bit of smaller one the other side. Just very light touch. I use a bit of paint spray just to save a bit of time. Although I said I'm not in a hurry, I'm not. I think I'm cooking today, lunchtime. I think I'm doing I don't know, prawn curry, something like that. Okay, we'll let that go. We'll put another one, because otherwise it's to be overbalanced. Let's put one in here. Oh, it's PMQs. I like PMQs, Prime Minister Present Time. And I hope they give Boris a roasting. He seems to be hell-bent on destroying our country. Sorry to be political, but I did vote for him at the last election. Right, we can have a bit of a and I've tried just to put a sort of not a path, but just something to disappear in here. Right, okay, let's get my stipple brushes. One of them. Don't throw your old brushes away because they're great for stipple. Now, when you get nice brilliant grass, you do tend to get some ochre in amongst the green. Oh, sunshine. Oh, that's good, but I'm going to draw my blind and open the other one. The sun's very low now, this video, isn't it? Right, okay, that's one drawn, one open. Oh, that's okay. Get some ochre. I'm going to put some good green in over all that. I don't know if Bob Ross ever did this sort of stipple, but I do like stipple. It's very easy to do and very quick. Oh, just add a bit of illusion of detail in this. Oh right, I'm going to listen to Boris. A bit of blue in there to make it a bit darker there. Not happy about that, but let's get a bit of shadow in, blue and red. don't have to cover every inch of the board. You can let some of the background colour show through. Now get some more darker greens. Now I'm making this all up as I go along, based on experience, and I know some people like them. Well, I know I like them. Look, it's a nice bit of country, or countryside. More green. I'll show you my palette. There we are. There's my greens, and there's my mauves, and there's whites to go with anything. Oh, look, I've got water coming out of me. I've got a bit of towering under this membrane. It's a Masterson. I'll show you, because the palette itself is patented in America. I've had this for years, 25, 30 years. There we are, Stay Wet, Masterson. This is the large piece, 12 by 16. It is absolutely superb. It's kept its shape all those years. It's more or less watertight. They don't go and see that, but just cover the board. Well, part of the bit you don't want to cover. Oh, so we're waiting there. See, that's much easier than using a small brush or even an ordinary bristle brush, because look, it's got about 100 hairs there, or 1,000 even. Bit of gel. Sort of a meadow. I love meadows. I love them because I've learnt to do them, but my way. Got a bit of white in there. I might put a little path in through there and some figures. That'd be a change, wouldn't it? So look, we're just adding some bit of colour in there. Right, a bit of white and ochre. Bit of light, bit of air. Clean that brush. Got another one. Oops, a cleaner one. I've got to do more to the sky. I'm not happy with that. So let's have a bit of a light green now. Very light green. That's brightened up a bit. Just want to sort of blend some of it. Right, I'll just let that dry off a bit, then I'll go back to it. I'll put some shadow in here as well. Right, well, I'll do something with that. I just want to get back to the sky now. Where's my flat brush? There's a bit of yellow ochre in this. Just wanted to thicken it up a little. Oh, look at some of that blue and red. But that might be a bit dark, but we can scumble over it and change it. Oh, I've got a bit of yellow stuck in that. Let's get another brush. This is one of my lovely Winsor & Newton brushes. See that gel just loosens up the paints and makes it flow. Oh, I've just gone wrong there. That was still wet. Right, we'll leave that alone for a minute. We'll wait for that to dry, which won't be very long. It's a little bit damp. I like that little bit of that pinky colour there. It's quite delicate that. So well, let's go back to the this bit here. Now we want just a mauvey colour. So when I've finished, I can I could put some figures in and just scumble over. Oh, it's just coming up there. Needs a bit more red in there. Right, get my stipple brush out. a darkish green. Right, now I'm going to use a rigger. I'm still waiting for this to dry off a bit, and this area here. But get some gel and just a bit of red. Mix up a bit of a Payne's grey and it's a very loud Prime Minister's question signs. Time. That didn't work. Get more white. Well, let's have a bit of grey. I have to repaint that. Let's bit of white. I'm using a bit of green mixed in with my bit of white. And I had a bit of plain grey in. No, that's got a bit of green in there just to take those out. I could do John Constable now. Bit painstaking, but I hope it's worth it. Just tone that down a bit. Right, I'm not 100% happy with those trees. No, I don't like that. That bit, put that in there. I should. I can't get. I can't. get more zoom than this on this camera. I can't have it behind. I could move the camera back behind me, but I used to do that and I don't like it. Okay, right. There we are. So, don't like that. So let's get the brush back. Paint that out. Oh God. Right, let's see if we can rescue that sky. Oh, God, that's a bit not very good yet. I made a run for my own back there. Just try and blend a little bit around those trees. Just left to get rid of some of that heavier hills. Just fade some of that out. I might be able to do a little bit more to that. Right, get a little smaller brush, and we want some jeans, blue jeans. This doesn't really show, does it? You twat. Let's have a bit of stronger red on here. They're not very good, are they? Probably because I don't practice them. But red is a very good colour for contrasting against the greens. But I'll leave those in the look at my little walking through the meadow, but I just did you just get a bit of a green. I've got a frame for this. Let's just go over that path a bit and just drag a little bit over this. Right, I don't know if I want to do much more to that sky, but I'll just feather that bit there. Well, I'll put that in a frame. I don't think I can do more to it. So bear with me. I'll have to move the camera back. Right, where are we going? Where's my frame gone? There it is. Put a couple of pins in. side. I'll move the oh dear, I can't move in this wretched corner that I've allowed myself in my studio to do all this. Junk expands according to the space available. Parkinson. Right, let's come back. Oh, we could put a picture on that. God, my hands ache. Well, there we are. It's on a slight hill, isn't it? But that's okay. It doesn't have to be going uphill. The figures don't look so bad from here. I quite like the sky now. Alright, just leave you to look at that for a minute or so. I'll photograph it and upload it to YouTube and put the picture on Facebook. All my paintings are for sale on contact me through my email. With my hands. Ah. Right, okay, that'll do. Hope you like that, folks. Thanks for looking in. Goodbye.